Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your girl, Becky D, live in the morning, 5 days a week at 7 a.m. You all please forgive me again for missing Monday morning. But I got in kind of late Monday morning. Let's just say what it was, because it was technically Monday when I got in. And I'm understanding the importance of rest. So I wanted to make sure that I rested before I tried to do anything else, because yesterday for me was definitely that second opinion day, okay? Now, if anybody in your life tells you not to get a second opinion on something, you look them in the eye and say, you know what, maybe I need a second opinion on you. All right. It is so valuable that if you're feeling that you need to get a second eye on something, a second opinion, that you do it. Okay. And you must make sure that you go to a trustworthy site, location, person, whatever the case may be, because always got to remember, not everybody is out for your good. Some people want to see you fail, right? So, thankfully, I stuck with my gut and I seeked a second opinion on some medical matters. And let's just say I'm gracious and grateful that I did that because honestly, I was a little upset, saddened, whatever other big words you want to use about the original diagnosis. I was very hurt and stressed, which doesn't help my other medical condition. And I was just it was just a lot. So thankfully I was able to seek this second opinion. And they kept saying, it was like, well, technically, we don't know how to code this yet, so we'll just wait and see what the doctor says. Okay. Now there's a whole blessing in the message. All right. So the doctor took her time and she just tried to understand everything. Like why I was there, because I didn't even know how to label the appointment, y'all. That's how bad it got. So I told her everything. I was like, hey, so went to this other doctor last week and this is what they said. And she was like, beautiful part is they're in our network. I can pull the transcript. She pulls the transcript and literally she was just like, okay, you know how something is wrong and the person is just trying to avoid saying what is wrong? That's what started to happen. So she just said, oh, okay, well, let's just take a look here, and she just step by step. She didn't know, which step to take first, but she was like, I'm going to take a step, right? And so she's just looking at everything, going through everything, fine tooth comb. And she looks at me, she was like, well, I'm not sure what the circumstances were last week, but you're fine. I was like, ooh, all right. You want to talk about somebody who was holding their breath? I was holding my breath for a long time. But with that being said, if I would have just stuck with the original diagnosis, right? If I would have stuck with what was originally said, I would have never known that that was not factual, right? And when I tell you guys, like I was stressing big time. I didn't know what to do, what not to do, like who to see, who not to see. Um, I had other doctors on standby to kind of see if it was other things, but it was just, following that gut. Right now, you have something that you're trying to decide on, and you need to follow your gut. Follow it, all right? Don't hesitate. What are you hesitating for? What are you waiting for? Because in the end, realistically, like, what are you waiting for? If you know there's something that needs to be looked at, something that needs a second opinion on something, let's get it, okay? Do it today. Because quite frankly, if you keep pushing off and keep waiting, what's going to happen? I could have waited a whole nother month, right? Just to fit in another day of a week or so, or, wait for another pay period. But the beautiful part about all of this was when I was leaving, they said, because it's a network, right? Because it's a sister office to us, what we're going to do is just charge you for this part, because I had an enhancement done just so I could see deeper into the issue, right? She was like, and we're just going to say it was a reevaluation, because that's exactly what it was. So something right now in your life needs to be reevaluated. All right. Let's figure out who we can go to get it reevaluated, who you don't need to go to get it reevaluated, and let's get it reevaluated today. All right. Well, don't delay that thing. Okay. You keep delaying it, it's just going to sit in your head, sit in your spirit for a little bit longer. And what's this going to do? Do nothing but drive you crazy, right? So let's stop getting driven crazy and let's start focusing on what matters. The things that we need to get resolved and taken care of today, right? I know you got this. I have faith in you. You can do this, all right? Things that some people may have never heard when they were growing up as kids. That goes back to that childhood, not necessarily trauma, but childhood things that we never got. Some people had to raise themselves, and it's okay. You're doing the best that you can, and you're doing amazing. But now it's time for you to just keep figuring out the next step, okay? You've made it this far. Keep going. What are you stopping for? What are you waiting for? I sounded like Alexander Hamilton in Hamilton, the Broadway play. Literally. Like, what are you stalling for? Because if you keep stalling, if you keep waiting, what's gonna change? Nothing. Oh, I'm a wait. I'm gonna wait till the gas prices drop a little bit, and then I'm gonna go get gas. We all know that the gas prices is what it is. What are you waiting on? If somebody has a valid reason of something that they're waiting for, then please let me know. Right? Some things we do have to wait for, like if we're getting medical results. Thankfully, mine was able to be done the same day. But if we're getting medical results, sometimes we have to wait the proper, amount of time to get it properly evaluated and all those things. That makes sense. I'm used to that, right? We're gonna get deeper into one of my medical conditions at the end of the month here, but it's something that has to be done, right? But other than that, other things, people in your life, if you're debating on a new job, a new career, going back to school or whatever, and you're not sure if that's a school or something or the relationship problem, what we waiting on? Do it today, all right? While you're doing that today, go ahead and share this podcast with a friend, a family member, or just a coworker, or whoever the case may be, and let them know stop waiting today, all right? My name is Becky D with Becky D in the Morning. You guys, you have a blessed Tuesday, and I will definitely be talking with you all tomorrow morning.